So, you said neither Atma nor ego can be watched directly. We can watch ego only by watching action of senses.
Actions will at most reveal the actor. It is actually Prakriti that is the actor, but you think that the ego is the actor. That is the entire delusion, no? There is no Atma inside or outside or anywhere. There is nothing called realization of Atma or realization of true self. Only the stupidity of the ego can be seen, sensed, caught and dropped. Whenever you are in a spot, troubled, and never ask yourself,
Sir, you said neither Atma nor ego can be watched directly. We can watch ego only by watching action of senses. Someday we can realize Atma also by watching action of our senses.
what is Atma? How to realize it? It does not act. Action can at most reveal the actor. Does Atma act? Are you new? Is Atma Karta, the doer? Actions will at most reveal the actor. Does Atma act? What will it act on? What will it act on? All action is from the ego. And when the ego is not the actor, then action is actorless on its own, coming from Prakriti. Atma is never the actor. Right? When you are deluded, then the ego is the actor. When you are not deluded, then Prakriti is the actor. An entire delusion is just this. It is actually Prakriti that is the actor, but you think that the ego is the actor. That is the entire delusion, no? Real actor is Prakriti. The one who claims to be the actor is ego. The absolute non-actor is, and therefore when the ego drops the ownership of the act, it is said to be Atmast. Because now the ego has become the non-actor. The moment the ego accepts that it is a non-actor, you can call the ego itself as the true self. There is no Atma inside or outside or anywhere. There is nothing called realization of Atma or realization of true self. All these terms that you have heard of God realization, they are stupid terms. Only stupidity can be realized. Only the stupidity of the ego can be seen, sensed, caught and dropped. Truth is not available to be caught because truth is nowhere in particular. How will you catch it? Come on, catch space. Show me. Catch some space and show me. Show me. There is nothing called truth realization or God realization or whatever. Or the pursuit of truth. Nothing. These are stupid terms. I'm hunting for God. What? Some poor duck is going to lose its life. You'll hunt a duck and declare it to be God. You see, this bag is God. That's what we have done, right? Taken ducks and turned them into gods. That's what most of mythology is about, no? Ducks, frogs, rabbits, they become holy. That's why the owl is called wise. It keeps awake through the night. My friend is now an owl. So when you say Acharya Ji ullu banate hain, you are actually right. The owl stands for wisdom. Forget Atma. कुछ नहीं है.
But the one who is suffering from inside, there should be a point or someday. I'm not talking about that's enlightenment and all, but how it get at peace?
How it gets?
At peace, at ease.
Peace is there. You stop running away from peace. You don't have to get to peace. You have to stop running away from peace. The ego is forever the actor. No? The ego is forever the actor, which means it will run. And is it found usually running towards freedom? It's found running, fulfilling its own objectives. And those objectives all come from its misplaced notion of itself. That's bondage. So if the ego is found running, it is definitely running away from peace. Which means anything and everything that you are doing to your own detriment. Don't hunt for peace. Just stop running away from it. Same applies to truth and love and all the good things. They are not to be found elsewhere. In fact, you run so much that you run away from them. The ego uses suffering to exacerbate suffering, more suffering. No? See, I'm suffering. Why am I suffering? Because I've been running all the time away from peace. You use the term peace. I'm suffering because all the time I have been running away from peace. And that running is very important so that I remain. That running is self-preservation, like a bicycle. If it doesn't run, it falls. That's the ego. It has to keep running so that it sustains. All the time I have been running away from peace. And that's suffering, but that's also self-preservation. But I want self-preservation and peace, which is impossible. So what do? I have been running and I have been getting suffering. So I'll run harder. So I'll use suffering to amplify suffering. You see, I am suffering. Therefore, I must run harder. But sir, you are suffering exactly because you have been running. Running harder would only amplify the suffering. Do you see this? The more devastated you stand, the more you feel like devastating yourself even more, further. That's a slippery slope called ego. And an object on a slippery slope not just falls, but accelerates. I'm in a bad condition. So let me do more of that which brought me to this bad condition. Because I'm in a bad condition, my analysis is that I didn't do enough of running and hence I'm in a bad condition. My analysis is that I didn't run enough or fast enough, hence I'm in this bad condition. So what do I do to address my condition? Run faster. Use suffering to justify and amplify suffering. Whenever you are in a spot troubled, and never ask yourself what next to do. Sit down and ask yourself, what did I do to get here in the first place? What have I done to get here in the first place? And that will prevent you from repeating the same action. Otherwise, the actor is stubborn. The actor will say, do more of it, and you will be out of trouble. And listen to the recordings. Your questions betray that you have not been listening to the sessions. Are you new? I refuse to own that.
I know that if I ask about Atma, you will talk about it, but
रिकॉर्डिंग सुनो. बेसिक फंडे क्लियर नहीं है. रिकॉर्डिंग सुनो. All kinds of things are coming to me. I am being forced to be the owner of ignorance. Yes.